So today I got to use one of my favorite tools, the big sledgehammer, to work on the Humvee, which is not a common place to find it. But what I decided to do, I had the seat in and out probably 10 times. And I was trying to figure out how to get it as far forward and as far inboard as possible. And I looked at the seat. There was no other way to modify it to narrow the footprint, and I couldn't go up any higher. It was already as high as it needed to be. So the only other option was to scoot it back, which caused problems with the passenger legroom, or to move the body out of the way. The body's bumped out, maybe for other reasons, but at least because it's got a whole bunch of wiring and grounding strips on the front and back side of this part of the body. It's stepped out from the center of the vehicle, so it doesn't interfere with the drivetrain because the engine is offset to the right side of the vehicle. But in my case, I'm not wiring anything there of any substantial size, so I don't need that kind of clearance. What I need is this panel out of my way so I can get the seat in the right place and make it a vehicle that is comfortable and worth riding in the first place. So I didn't want to cut anything, because then I'm still going to have a malleability or a manipulation ability with the aluminum, which then I'm going to have to fill holes and build custom panels, and that's all a big challenge that is a whole nother side project I don't want to get into. So what I did instead was heat up the metal, particularly on the seam where it's strong, or the bend where it's strong, and took the hammer and just gently persuaded it about an inch and a half inboard of where it normally was. It obviously, is not a designed operation or anything. Nothing AM General would say, hey, you need to go do that. But in my case, I want the leg room. I want the seat where I need the seat to sit. And by doing this, I'm going to end up covering the metal with upholstery and stuff anyway. So I'm moving that in, and it actually achieved exactly what I wanted to do, which was getting that seat a little bit more forward and a little bit more inboard. And so it sits in the same, same alignment. If you're sitting in the back seat, you're looking straight forward, and you're same center position as that front seat. And then it's also the measurement I took off of a friend's Humvee is there's like 10 inches between that upright in the A-pillar and the front edge of the seat, which is what I've achieved with this seat by getting it forward and inboard. So, again, you see here, just using a little more heat. I didn't want to hit it any harder than I needed to, or break anything really, but I did want to get that metal moved over. So by doing this, was able to keep everything intact, and I may have to work around that later for when I do the interior, but it was a major win as far as low effort and good effect, and getting that seat where I wanted it positioned. So the rest of this is just heating again, and then beating the metal into place. And pretty much I just heated it up until I started seeing a little smoke off the backside coming out of the transmission tunnel. Once I saw that, I figured that was getting about as hot as it was, or as hot as it should be, and I didn't know what was on the backside that I was potentially burning off. So I just stopped and started using the hammer at that point. Worked out just fine. Next videos will be getting the BMW seats mounted in, and the seat frames, seat chassis that I built mounted in and built, so you can see how that all goes together and gets those seats in place.